to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. I wore this on New Year's Eve and I actually wore this too. So it's kind of just like what I did on New Year's Eve. I really wanted to do this makeup look because this has been my favorite makeup look that I have created in such a long time that I knew that I wanted to record it and do a tutorial and everything. And it's kind of different for me. Like, I don't normally do glitter and stuff like that. I definitely mix some silver and gold together. Then I feel like normally it's either you stick to one or the other. It's not really both. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and I hope you try out this look. Please subscribe if you haven't already so you'll be notified when I upload. My New Year's resolution for 2017 is to upload more frequently. I have so much content in my head that I want to upload and then I kind of just take breaks here and there. So for 2017 I really want to make sure that I'm uploading more. That is like my one New Year's resolution that I'm going to stick to. It's not going to be like a week thing and then that's it. Like I really want to stick to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye. So I'm just moisturizing my skin. I always do that before I put makeup on because I feel like if there's any dry patches or anything like that, your makeup won't settle into those. So even if I moisturize my face that morning already, I'll still moisturize again. I have really dry skin, so that's just what works for me. Another step to kind of prep my skin before makeup is I'll always moisturize my lips as well. This is the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. It sounds weird that I'm using this as like a lip balm, but this is the most hydrating thing I've ever put on my lips, and it's supposed to like make your lips plumper over time, and I do notice that it did work a little bit. So I really like this stuff, but it has hyaluronic acid in it, so it really just hydrates your lips. And then for primer, I'm using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm almost out of this bottle. I absolutely love this stuff. I just kind of think that it gives your skin a radiance, and since it's the winter months and I feel like everyone's skin is dry anyway, this is really good for this time of year. I'm always looking for extra ways to make my skin look really highlighted, so if you're not into that, then I wouldn't suggest this primer, but I really like it. For foundation, I'm using the Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation. This is like my go-to, so if I really want my skin to look good and I just don't want to have to like mess with colors and everything, I will go for this foundation. I usually do 2 stripes on my cheeks just because that's where I have the most redness and where I need the most coverage, especially like right here is where I have the most redness. And then I'll do one on my forehead, I'll dot it on my chin, and just right here because that's where I have some pimples that I need to cover. But this foundation is very full coverage, so don't like draw all over your face with it. And then to sheer out the coverage a little bit, I'm going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus. I'm going to move on to my eyes after this because I don't like doing my foundation last after my eyes, but I also don't want to ruin my concealer and everything with the fallout from eyeshadow, so that's why I do my foundation first and then I go in with eyeshadow and then I'll clean it up with concealer. So right now I'm just priming my eyes with my concealer. You can use eyeshadow primer, but I just find that my concealer works just as good. And then I'm going to go in with some powder just to set my eyelids. Setting your eyelids first before going in with eyeshadow will make your eyeshadows go on a lot smoother and a lot less choppy. The first eyeshadow that I'm going to use is by Bobbi Brown and it's called Toast. It's basically just like a transition color. I'm just gonna buff this. I'm just gonna buff this into my crease, and it's basically just like a few shades darker than my skin tone. You really just want to make sure that you're starting with lighter colors and going darker and darker. That's going to make sure that you have a seamless blend and no choppiness or anything like that. And it also creates depth, so it looks like you did a lot more work than you really did on your eyeshadow. And I'm also not really worrying about how clean I get this here on the outsides, because once we put concealer on, that'll clean that up. But I'm going to go in with another Bobbi Brown eyeshadow called Camel, and it's just and it's basically just like a medium tone brown with kind of like an olive undertone to it. It's kind of more on the neutral side. And I'm just going to use that same brush to buff that into my crease. Next, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm taking the shade called Red Ochre. It's kind of like a reddish brown. I want this look to be really warm, but I don't necessarily want to put like orange in it. So I'm taking a more dense brush to put this on the outer corner and then up into the crease. Then I'm going to take a clean tapered blending brush and buff that out. Next, I'm taking this eyeshadow called Bitten by Makeup Geek, and it's kind of a little bit darker than Red Ochre and has a little bit more purple undertones. And I'm just going to buff this a little tiny bit in the crease just because I want some different colors in the crease other than brown. And then I'm going to take that tapered blending brush one more time, and then I'm going to go back into the Modern Renaissance palette and take this shade called Cypress Umber and kind of put that into the crease a little bit. This color is very pigmented, so I'm literally just like dipping my brush in there a little tiny bit. Then I'm taking this ColourPop eyeshadow in the color Millionaire, and I'm going to put this all over the lid. It's kind of like a coppery golden glitter color. And I'm using my finger because ColourPop recommends using your finger for the eyeshadows, and I think that especially with these like metallic colors that it really is better for your application. And then I really wanted this look to be different than anything that I normally do. So I'm going to take this NYX glitter eyeliner. It's just silver. I think it's just called silver. I really wanted this look to be different than anything that I normally do, so I decided to add some silver glitter. I know that this look is mostly warm toned, but I actually love mixing silver and gold together, even with like jewelry and stuff like that. So this glitter is by NYX and it's in the color gunmetal, but it's basically just like silver. I'm going to take a break from eyeshadow and I'm going to conceal and highlight. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and then I'm also using the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter stick in the color Radiant Rose, just to highlight as well. I'm also using my damp Anastasia Beverly Hills sponge. It's not even a beauty blender. Basically the same concept, but I've really been liking this to blend out my concealer because I feel like the beauty blender sometimes just takes a little bit of the coverage away, and this one really, it's a denser sponge, so I feel like it doesn't soak up as much of the product. And I'm also using this concealer to clean up any fallout that happened, and also around anything that got a little sloppy around my eye. I'm probably the only person on earth that doesn't bake my concealer. I still just set it. I'm going to use the Anastasia banana powder as well as this vanilla shade to set. I don't know, baking just is not for me. I tried to bake my concealer, and for me, I feel like when I'm using just like a translucent powder to set my concealer, I lose like my highlight right here. And I also feel like it gives more of a white cast in pictures and stuff when I bake. I am going to take a little bit of translucent powder. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay translucent powder. And I'm just taking some of that on this IT Cosmetics powder brush to kind of dust it over the rest of my face, because I just want to make sure that I get rid of that sticky feeling from the foundation and concealer, just so the rest of my powder stuff can go on nicely. Moving on to brows, I'm just going to go through this really quickly because brows is like my least favorite step in makeup, and I normally have mine tinted, so I normally don't even fill them in, but just for today, because the tint kind of wore off a little bit, I'm just going to fill it in a little bit with the Anastasia brow definer. Next I'm going to bronze and contour with this Becca bronzer in, I don't know what shade it is, it just says shadow and light. It might just come in one shade, but I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics blush brush, and I'm going to contour a little bit with that, but I don't want it to be too harsh. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of the translucent powder and clean up my contour. For blush, I'm using this color Pop blush in the color Prenup. It's just a really neutral color. I want to keep the face neutral because the eyes is more dramatic than I normally do. To highlight, I'm going to use this to highlight, I'm going to use this Stila highlight palette, and I'm going to use this middle shade in the shade Kitten. And I am going to actually wet my brush with some Fix Plus because I want the highlight to stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to start first with just that kitten shade, and then I'm going to wet my brush in a minute. So you can just see, just by going over it with the wet brush, it kind of just like amplifies the highlight a little bit more. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with that color Toast by Bobbi Brown and buff that on the lower lash line as well as the Camel shade. You can always go darker on the lower lash line, but I just kind of left it at that. You can always go in with a darker brown, but I'm going to line my waterline with this eyeliner in the color Costa Riche. It's by MAC. It's just like a really warm brown, and I think that it really complements this look and also makes the lower lash line a little bit deeper because I normally don't even wear eyeliner on my lash line, so it kind of just like deepens the look a little bit. While my mascara dries, I am going to highlight my brow bone in my inner corner with that same Stila highlighter. So for eyelashes, I'm using these eyelashes in the style Spellbound by House of Lashes. These are by far my favorite lashes that I've used in a really long time. So I'm just using the House of Lashes lash glue. So then for my lip combination, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Crush. And then I'm also going to use the Buxom liquid lipstick in the color Centerfold. This one's a little bit more pink and this one's a little bit more nude, so when you mix them together, I think that just creates the perfect shade. And then the last thing I'm going to do is spray my face with some Fix Plus. It kind of just sets everything and makes anything that looks kind of powdery more natural looking and dewy.